Hello once again, and here we are, and we're going to talk about the Matchbox 15b and 15c. We're going to do these together because I've only got one example of the 15b, and there's obviously reasons for that. So we'll quickly look at that one first. So the 15b, that's the Atlantic trailer unit, and does come with the number 16 trailer as well. It's quite a nice little set actually, the 15 and 16. This unit was first released around about 58, 59. You'll see it in the later B boxes and C boxes. Generally comes with just the knobbly tread black plastic wheels, but it's also available with the knobbly tread grey plastic wheels. Grey plastic wheel version is very rare. Again, it's one of those models that just be very careful where you're buying it from, because the scumbag fakers like doing that one. So they rob some grey wheels of another model and stick it on that and sell it as genuine. So if you've got any doubts, I kept saying that please email me. I'll always give you my opinion. So just on the picture box range, just the D box, no E box because it was superseded by the 15C refuse truck. Okay, which we'll move on to. So that covers the 15B. So not too much to say about that because there's only one box design, and I say there's only really one model in the picture box range, and as you can see, perfectly matches the box artwork, orange body, black wheels, including the black spare wheel on the bed here as well. So that's the 15B. Now we'll move on to the 15C, and we'll do the boxes first and then come back to the models. Okay, so the 15C, as you can see, they produced the D box and the E box. No F box. It was superseded by the Volkswagen Beetle. So no F box for the refuse truck. But it's good to see that they did develop two distinct box designs, and I've always liked that as a collector. So we've got the D, we've got the E. The early D boxes, again, you may not have noticed this. Okay, you think, oh yeah, matching box artwork and all that, but it doesn't, because the early D boxes, as you can see here, look at that, doesn't have the cleansing service decals or labels on either of these early D boxes. These will be the D1. It'll have the new model text to the end flap. Then we move on to sort of the D3, D4 type boxes, and again they're very similar. It's just but basically the colours of the striker sides, whether they're a light blue, a dark blue. One could have a blue striker side and the other one could be a brown striker side. But you will see on the later D boxes they did introduce the cleansing service decals to the artwork, and also silver grille here. So if you're looking for matching model and art, then there she is, perfectly matches. So that's a good one to get. And also with the E box, so they show the cleansing service again. Funny enough, they've gone from a raised tipper to a closed tipper. They do give you a nice little secondary picture here, which does feature on a handful of E boxes, and some of them are actually quite hard to find. But on the refuse truck, it is a standard artwork. Funny enough, things like the 17 Hoveringham tipper, there's E box with and without the sort of small model. So that's quite an interesting thing, and that's all. I always looked for that in my collection. Any variation of box, particularly on the picture, I went for those, and I don't think I omitted any actually. In fact, I'm sure. In fact, I didn't. So the whole range of picture boxes, I got every box artwork. I just missed, one or two sort of end flap variations. The odd E3 box, maybe the odd D1 box, but I certainly included all the main picture artwork in the collection. You'll see on the E box, okay, is that with artwork they've gone from silver grille to blue grille. So both these again will match the model and artwork, so that's quite nice. And as you can see, an E3 and an E4. No E1 or no E2, and as I say, no F because it was superseded by the Volkswagen Beetle. And now, as for models, now you may have spotted this this light blue version here. That was a really lucky find at NEC Toy Show, and if you guys have ever been to the NEC Toy Show, the lighting there is dreadful. It's got this sort of weird sort of orangey hue to the lighting there, and I bought that off a dealer that was, you know, essentially sells like Dinky and Corgi toys, and he picked up a batch of Matchbox, and the only reason I bought that is because I didn't have one in stock at the time, and because of those horrible lights, you couldn't tell that was a much paler blue model. So much so that, get this, I actually went back to my stall and I put that out for, I think I bought it for, I don't know, 20-25 quid, and I put it on my stall for like, I don't know, 40-45 quid. Guys, it was there all day. It was there all day. It wasn't until I got it home, and when I was unpacking my stock and looking in normal light, I suddenly realised, oh my god, that's a really pale blue. And then on closer inspection, it was a very early casting. Okay, without the peephole, with the knobbly treads, and so there is a doesn't have the casting braces on the middle chassis here as well. Some say it's like a pre-production. It could well be. I think Vectis may be listing it as a pre-production. In fact, that's actually a good point. Let's have a quick look at that. Just bear with me a minute, and let's have a look at that. Just see what. Oh, there we are. There she is. Yeah, they have actually listed it as a pre-production there, and as I mentioned, you know, it hasn't got the peephole. It does have the early knobbly tread wheels, and it doesn't have the casting brace. And I might as well, while I'm here, show you the base picture as well. But look at that, that's a really sort of pale sky blue. It's really strikingly different to the standard blue version. But as I said, you know, hilarious when you think about it. I mean, I didn't even notice it. I didn't buy it as a pre-production model. It was just total luck. And you do get that with you know, collecting. You know, as a dealer and a collector, you know, guys, we get those lucky finds. We really do. You know, I've been going to toy fairs since, you know, 1990, 91. You know, and I have found a few gems, but that doesn't happen anymore because of the internet, basically. So that's the first issue, and my second issue here is the standard sort of dark blue, and all these models here, these are the standard dark blue refuse trucks, with and without the silver grills, as I mentioned. This is another early one, without the peephole, with the knobbly tread, black plastic wheels. No colour variations on the refuse truck, so it's purely, the early ones will be knobbly tread, black plastic wheels, and the later ones, as you can see, they're a fine tread wheel as well. But no doubt, you know, because recently that 25D Cortina with grey wheels popped up the other day. What a joke. Oh, there'll be some clown out there that'll put grey wheels on there to try and fool you, but don't buy it because it doesn't exist. But some clown will probably do it, but so keep a watch out for that. That really sort of covers the refuse truck. So we've looked at sort of the early pre-production light blue and the dark blues. We've mentioned the silver grille without the silver grille, which I particularly like because of the matching artwork. And the only other variation really is that the earlier models do have cleansing service decals, and the last issue ones will have an actual label. Now, some people have asked me about, you know, before about, oh, I'm looking for the refuse truck or whatever model with, you know, with the lighter shade of decal or lighter shade of label. And I think people just get a little bit confused over decals and labels. You know, there aren't sort of variations of colours in the decal particularly, but being a label, but being a different material, you know, it is a different colour basically. What we'll do, we'll just skip over, and I pictured the two early castings together, and you can see there, you know, without the peepholes. So the peepholes, guys, those are the early castings, and they will fetch a premium, actually. But it's nice to see the sort of the light blue and the dark blue, you know. So you can